DECalert, advanced alerting technology for data centers. Designed to consolidate and distribute system and user events to appropriate personnel, DECalert helps you anticipate data center problems through early detection, allowing you to take corrective action before they affect your system. DECalert tracks and escalates all alert notifications and acknowledgments, moving you toward more effective and economical management of your data center. The ISO organization has defined several facets of system management that need to be addressed in the operational context of any IS organization. One of the fundamental standards is fault management, which is the focal point of DECalert. Although DECalert's main concentration is in notification, it touches on all aspects of fault management. DECalert distributes event notification through online graphics, electronic mail messages, operations center loudspeakers, telephones, and pagers. Through these technologies, you are assured of timely alerts to problems, allowing you to provide timely solutions.
I'm First Vice President, responsible for telecommunications and computer services in the United States. That realm of responsibility includes branches in New York and Chicago and an office in San Francisco. We could have a situation where someone's on vacation over a weekend and not carrying their beeper if it's a computer operator. And through DECalert, you can go to 3 levels of notification. So if there's not a reply from the first level, and say I'm at a conference somewhere in the United States, I can be the 3rd level or the 2nd level of notification to make sure that I can get on the phone and get someone locally to fix the problem. Very important for us in a site like San Francisco where there is no EDP support, that we be made aware of a problem in Chicago so that we can monitor it from here over our network and make the corrective action.
Simply put, DECalert receives and interprets information it gets from system sensors, determines if the data warrants an event, and then, based on user requirements, distributes events to the appropriate personnel. Because operational personnel depend on DECalert's capabilities, DECalert has been designed with a number of fail-safe features. For example, DECalert has an internal monitoring process that acts as a watchdog to alert the appropriate personnel in the event of a major failure in the DECalert core software. DECalert also has a process that monitors the heartbeat messages from all DECalert modules and custom-written modules. Now that we've told you how DECalert works, let's demonstrate its capabilities. DECalert receives information from software sensors. These sensors are categorized into 3 types: corporate sensors, DECalert sensors, and custom sensors. Corporate sensors provide an interface to other digital products, including VAXM Plus, VAX Cluster Console System, DEC MCC, DEC Scheduler, Remote Environmental Monitoring Software, and Data Center Monitor. As new interfaces are developed for other digital products, they will be provided to all DECalert customers.
What we did is we took DECalert and we plugged the environmental monitoring subsystem into the VAX Cluster Console. We had the VAX Cluster Console do that monitoring that someone would normally have to monitor, and through the VAX Cluster Console was able to monitor and alarm things such as air conditioners or chillers, the UPS system, power coming in and out of the building, as well as alerting those facilities people, not just being able to deal with it internally of the data center, but being able to dispatch that alert or that alarm to the facilities people and let them know that they were having a problem prior to a problem becoming a real problem.
DECalert sensors are special-purpose sensors written by the DECalert engineering group. There are currently 4 DECalert sensors. DECnet Node Watch allows you to determine if a node is reachable on the network and monitors network counter information. LAT Node Watch monitors LAT service node announcements and will notify the appropriate person when LAT network policies are not being adhered to. Server Node Watch facilitates terminal server management by monitoring terminal server availability and device counters, and notifies when a counter has exceeded a threshold tolerance or when a server goes offline. And DECalert Security Listener, which interfaces with the VMS audit server process to provide DECalert notification of VMS security events. Here's an example of how the DECalert Security Listener works. The VMS audit server process can help you detect attempts to break into the system and can be used to monitor undesirable activity at your site. Here, the VMS audit server process and DECalert Security Listener are configured to alert on detection of any attempt to break into the VMS system. Once the audit server has detected the break-in attempt, it passes the audit message information to the DECalert hub so that notification of the security event can be processed.
A break-in attempt has been detected.
Here, through DECalert, appropriate personnel are already being notified of this individual's unauthorized system activity. This completes the loop of detection, notification, and response. Everyone's operation is different, so we've made tools available for you to write your own sensors. If you have neither the time nor staff to develop these solutions, Digital's customization services for DECalert will write these sensors for you. DECalert is installed on a VMS system, but can provide Ultrix-based sensor routines that support both DECnet and TCP/IP communications, and VMS routines that support DECnet, TCP/IP, and X25. Sensors are written to run on, but not restricted to, VMS or Ultrix nodes. These sensors can be designed to monitor a wide variety of devices or applications in your environment.
The idea is to process the call as cheap as possible to reduce the cost of processing that call. And the robotic workstations can process that call much cheaper. So our labor costs are reduced as a result of writing sensor modules that define thresholds in which if X number of robos or X number of robotic workstations fall offline, we are alerted.
To demonstrate how easy it is to develop a DECalert sensor, let's look at a small VMS DCL command procedure that monitors available disk space. So that the procedure itself can be monitored by the DECalert core system, it will start by posting a hello message. This call to the hello routine specifies that the system manager will be alerted by DECalert if this disk monitoring procedure ever exits abnormally. This procedure will be known to the DECalert system as the free blocks procedure, executing on node VAX001. The procedure also informs DECalert that a hello message will be sent every 10 minutes. The next statement in the procedure gathers the information about the disk space utilization. In this case, the routine gets the available disk space information pertaining to the disk known as VAX001 $DUA0:. The procedure now compares the actual amount of free space on the disk against the threshold value that we've set. If the procedure finds that the available disk space is below our predetermined threshold of 75,000 disk blocks, then the procedure will make a call to the DECalert routine known as Radeon. The Radeon routine will instruct the main DECalert system to alert the system manager of the event via a code on his pager, a mail message to his system account, a verbal announcement on a PA system, and a graphic display on a workstation screen. The Radeon text indicates the nature of the problem. Finally, the routine will wait 10 minutes, then wake and perform the disk check once again. This is a very simplistic implementation, but you can see that the potential for very sophisticated routines is great. DECalert not only provides remote notification. When calling in to receive a message, a respondent can actually fix the problem using a previously written command procedure. Here's how it works.
Good morning. Please enter your employee ID. Terminate with the pound sign. Please enter your security code. Terminate with the pound sign.
Mary's dialing into DECalert to receive her message.
Message 1 is as follows.
This message was originated by node Z Pike for node VAX001. The message is device VAX001 $DUA0 is low on disk space. This message was posted for the primary contact Mary at
Her custom sensor free blocks has let her know the disk space has reached a certain threshold. Now she's going to reclaim disk space.
Your command procedure choices are the Reclaim Disk Space command procedure, index 221. The Reset Communications. I am prepared to execute the Reclaim Disk Space command procedure. Type 1 to start execution. Stand by while I submit the Reclaim Disk Space command procedure.
Submit successful.
As you've seen, DECalert not only notified Mary of her system's low disk space, it's enabled her to actually fix the problem by invoking a command procedure through the restaurant's touch-tone phone. Mary can now return to her lunch without worrying about events back at the data center.
It's been extremely positive, and the real nice part about DECalert is it's not the kind of tool that's purely technical. We can take our management and our user community and show them examples of what it's doing for them, and it builds their confidence level in our ability to service their applications. And that's been the big plus to us internally. It's become a sales tool for us.
By using DECalert, your company can increase operational efficiency and reduce operation costs. For example, by eliminating the need for constant monitoring of consoles, DECalert frees operators to move on to more productive and essential tasks. This graph shows the impact of a lights-out operation utilizing DECalert at manufacturers Hanover and Truss Company. With DECalert's help, they were not only able to increase system availability, they were also able to decrease their data center monthly expenses by $200,000 between December 1990 and August 1991. DECalert is a key component of Digital's Polycenter solution, providing the industry's most advanced notification and alarming capability. Comprised of an underlying architecture, Polycenter is Digital's industry-leading solution for operations management.
I want to be able to ride my horses. I want to live in the peace and quiet of the country. In order to be able to support the customer support center and the needs that Digital's customers have, and my personal needs as well, I look at DECalert as a alerting mechanism that lets me have the flexibility of coming out to my small ranch and still being within, in my mechanism, in pager range, where I'm alerted by DECalert.
In our environment, what we do is manage to what we call a DEC triangle in DEC. In the DEC corner, we have the corporation that has needs and expectations from our group, such as return on investment. In the E corner, we have employees that have needs and expectations around their quality of life, such as Stephen with his horses and that type of environment. And in the C corner of the triangle, we have customers that have needs and expectations around quality and dependability of the services and equipment that we provide to them. We've seen a significant return on investment in all three of those areas, for Digital, for our employees, and for our customers. And that's tied directly to the concept and the application of DECalert.
As proven by these users, DECalert can help improve your system availability by avoiding potential problems through early detection, and can save the costs of hiring additional staff by allowing more productive use of your existing human resources. This adds up to increased profitability for your company.
I just think the advantages of it, especially versus the ease of implementation and the cost, make it ridiculous not to use a tool like this.
DECalert can take you well into the future of automated operations and lights-out computing. As you begin this journey, you may find it useful to attend one of Digital's educational offerings on how to capitalize on the advantages and avoid the potential pitfalls of automating your data center. Courses such as the executive seminar, Managing Lights-Out Computing, can help you plan for personnel, budget, and technology issues. DECalert, together with the appropriate training, will help you move towards lights-out computing. To include DECalert in your suite of system management tools, ask your Digital sales representative for further assistance. Thanks for your time.